Hey guys, I am so excited to be here on our first inaugural podcast. And I have a special guest here today, Rob Chandler with Chandler Art Gallery. And we're going to talk about how to select art for your house. Hey guys, I am so excited to be here on our first inaugural podcast. And I have a special guest here today, Rob Chandler with Chandler Art Gallery. And we're going to talk about how to select art for your house.
Well, thank you very much for having me as the inaugural guest. As we were laughing about earlier, it only gets better from here. So, yeah, but thank you very much for the invitation. It's
I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to hear about your top tips.
Yeah, absolutely. So, fortunately, you and I have a relationship. We had an amazing event for you last year at the gallery, and you were able to bring some of your clients over and see the art. And I think what's important is they were able to see the art in a gallery where we size the art correctly on the walls. As people come into the gallery to shop for art, one of the things that we see time and time again is they don't get the sizing right. They always go too small. And so it's great to be able to have people come in and say, understand the size of this wall, which is going to be pretty close to the wall that you're looking at, and you'll see how much larger it is than what you were thinking.
So then I guess that means that not everyone's like me, because I came into your gallery and I just bought it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? It probably isn't going to fit. I don't even know if it's going to fit, but I don't care. I loved it and I wanted it.
Yeah.
So boom, I went for it, and you guys came and installed it, and it ended up being perfect.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely perfect.
That's great. So Jeannie and I, my wife, who owns the gallery with me, we have purchased a lot of art from various galleries, not only in Texas, but Colorado. We've purchased some art abroad, which I think a lot of us have. We learned a few years ago when we were buying art, probably 15 years ago, but we were buying a piece from a gallery in Colorado, and we weren't sure about the size. And they said, hey, why don't we bring it by the house? There's no obligation. We'll bring it by, check it out on the wall in your home.
Like on approval.
Yeah.
Like a designer lets you take things out on approval.
100%. See if it fits. And if it doesn't work, not a big deal. We're like, oh man, that's great. So that was a tidbit we learned about 15 years ago. And that's something that we offer up to everyone who comes in the gallery.
Nice.
Which is, hey, you like it, you think it's really cool, but you're concerned about the size, let us swing by. If it fits, perfect. And if for whatever reason it's not really what you were after, or the size or the color doesn't really go with the room, don't worry about it. We'll take it back.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, and people don't take advantage of that, and they really should.
I think people are afraid of buying art. I think that they think that, well, I don't really know what they think, but I've just really kind of watched it in people where the word art seems a little daunting.
Yeah, especially fine art from a nice contemporary gallery.
Yes.
I think you're right. A lot of people are automatically intimidated. And our whole thing is we want to make art approachable and fun.
Yeah. Because
it should be.
Well, and it should match the personality, because all of my art, whenever I see it, it just speaks to me, and then I want it. I don't really care. I don't really like shop for a spot.
Right.
I shop for my desire.
Yes.
And then you can help me find a place for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then maybe you have a different suggestion when you get to the house.
So that's interesting. We kind of see two types of buyers that walk into the gallery. There's the one like you, who is, hey, that piece of art is badass, and that's cool as shit, and no one else I see has it. I want it.
Yep.
And then we'll figure it out. So we put you in one of two categories, where you're more of a collector mindset, whereas I'm not concerned about a space. I may not even have a space in mind. I just want that piece.
Absolutely.
I think most people that come in, they have a certain space in mind. They have a room that they've been working on, probably with a designer, maybe themselves, but they want something that puts that extra special finishing touch on that room.
Yeah, like the eyeliner.
Yeah, and they want it to match the aesthetics of the room. So that is as it relates to space, subject matter, color, and we do a lot of that.
So then do you end up working with a lot of designers? I mean, I've never really thought about that.
We do.
So do they come cruise your gallery to see what's on, on display, and then, I mean, how do you work that?
Yeah, they do. So they do a couple things. A lot of them will either come in or just go to the website. Just because they are professionals and experts, it's easier for them to navigate this process. I'd say for every piece that we have on the wall from an artist, we probably have 3 additional pieces in the art closet.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, if someone comes into the gallery and they see a piece from an artist that they like, but if the size doesn't work or if the color doesn't work, that's where that engagement is really important for us to understand, what are you looking for? Because the perfect piece may be in that art closet.
Interesting.
So I'll go back there and I'll come back with some drinks and some wine or, tequila and soda. We can dive into the details, but then we'll pull that piece out so you can check it out.
Cool. So then you guys just kind of cruise around looking at different galleries or just learning or meeting different artists and then decide what you want to showcase in the gallery?
We have, our process is a little bit different. Well, not necessarily different from the other galleries, but we have a pretty high bar for an artist to come to the gallery. We want them to have a really strong resume. That's important for us for a number of reasons. You hear about people maybe going to an art fair and they're having fun and it's outside and they're having cocktails and they buy a piece for maybe $10,000 and then a number of years down the road, they want to know what it's worth, and it's like, well,
nothing.
because the artist didn't have a resume.
Yeah.
And so that resume is pretty important. So most of our artists have a really strong resume, which means you're at galleries, multiple galleries, maybe galleries in Europe as well. Maybe you've done some public installations. Maybe you're in a museum or two. So that's kind of the qualifications. So the process we go through in finding additional artists, or we get artist submissions all the time.
Oh, interesting.
And every now and then we come across one that we like. But I go out and actively look for new artists to bring in some, new exciting art. And so we have some artists that we have found recently that we were discussing earlier, located in Europe, South America. So literally we go everywhere.
I'm curious to see that because I'm just curious to see that when it comes in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I saw recently that you guys did a rodeo display or a rodeo show.
We did. So Jeannie coordinated with a friend of hers, and we brought in 4 local vendors that produce goods that we thought would be good to have a pop-up around the rodeos. So purses and hats.
How'd that go?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, and I think that it was 2 days. It was Friday afternoon, and then it was the next day, Saturday, Mimosa Saturday.
Saturday Mimosa.
Yeah, and no, it was fun. We had a good group of people that came in over those 2 days, and I think it wound up being really successful for everyone.
Cool.
Yeah, anything we can do that you just make a really fun, light environment is what we're really after. So
yeah, well, that's what it's been like for me every time I've been there.
It's a party.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we like that.
Okay, Rob, so I have a question for you.
Sure.
As a certified professional stager, I want to talk to you about art as the staging component. I will go into a home, and one of my top priorities is to just showcase it so fantastically in the pictures. Everyone sees these listings on their phone or online first. So staging has become a critical piece to successfully selling a home. So I want to talk to you about that and how you feel art ties into real estate.
Oh, that's a great question. Without a doubt, the two go hand in hand. We've all seen, like you mentioned earlier, people are shopping online for homes. They'll start shopping for art online sometimes first. And the two are so complementary. if you have this absolutely wonderful, beautiful home in Memorial with big walls,
Yes.
you have to have, you know, the correct size art to go on the walls, and you also want it to look like that really high-end home,
Yes.
so you can sell it for more money.
Yeah, I mean, I use the term curated in that,
Yeah,
in
for
that
sure.
instance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's critical. And
For
then,
sure.
And again, I'm going to go back to the sizing. So, say that you have a really big wall when you walk into the house that pulls your eye towards it. Well, maybe you have a table in front of that wall, or maybe it's in a living room where you have a big couch and you have all the white space above
Yes.
that. Well, the rule of thumb is whatever available white space that you have on that wall is 60 to 70% of it should be covered with a piece of art.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's much larger than people think, but if you have a, you know, white wall that's just sheetrock, well, that's not the most attractive thing, right? So you want to put a beautiful piece of art on it, and you want something for that on staging that really complements the rest of the room. But
Yeah.
no, it's critical to have both.
Yeah, I mean, I just recently went on a listing appointment where somewhat contemporary home, but the art was such a huge piece of it, and we were just trying to strategize timing of photos, you know, timing how to roll it out on the market with an impact. And they also then wanted to take down some personal pieces and get them out of the way, particularly if they're valuable. But then it was like, but wait, that art makes the wall.
Yeah.
So we need to leave that. We can't go ahead and pack that up and ship it off, right? So it was like, I just sat there and thought about this, especially knowing that you were coming on today, just how important the art really is. And that room needed that piece. The room is fantastic. It pulls in a lot of light, but it really needed that pop over the couch.
Yeah, absolutely. We hear that, and we've seen it as well. And, you know, there are a couple of different approaches to that. Number one, the art can be purchased separately with the house. And if it's an artist where the homeowner remembers where they purchased it, you can go back to that gallery and say, hey, you know, we have this amazing piece here. The owner wants to take it, but we'd be interested in seeing what else the artist may have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So do you ever get into helping people with appraisals or connecting them to an appraisal source?
We do. We have a partner that we work with locally. Jeannie and I have used her. That's how we got to know her. We used her ourselves personally. We had a piece of work that got damaged en route to us from a major carrier. Yeah, but we purchased the insurance, so it all worked out okay. But that's how we got to meet her a number of years ago, and she's wonderful. So when we have people that want appraisals, we make sure and refer them to her.
All right, I have another question.
Yes.
This one's drum roll.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody get ready. This is what I want to know. If somebody buys a house with me, will you give them a special deal?
The Tammy Bateman special?
I want the Tammy Bateman special.
Because your party was so much fun, and we've had a lot of fun since, you bet.
And I am a customer.
Absolutely, yeah, you bet. No, if you have someone that purchases a home, we'll give them 10%.
That's great.
Right off the bat.
That's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank
you know,
you.
the other thing we were talking about too is both of our clients, we have quite a few that live in the Memorial area.
Yes.
So we're at delivering art and installing art. That's the other thing too. When you buy from us, we install the art.
I love your installers.
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They were so patient.
Well, you want to make sure and get it right. But yeah, we do a lot of delivery and installation in the Memorial area. So yeah, we're there often.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you got something good out of this. You know how to find us. It's Tammy at tammybateman.com or Rob Chandler at the Chandler Art Gallery. I want you to stay tuned for next month on our next topic, and we're going to take styling just a little bit further. See you soon.